up for them. The show will start at 6 o'clock tomorrow night at the Odom City Gym, and the tickets are more donation based. It's a minimum $5 per person donation, and then you can donate more if you like, and we greatly appreciate it. It goes to help our continue to make improvements to our gym, and also to more so to our events fund, so we can continue bringing these good events to Odom and to Wayne County.
You know, in the past several years, you know, when we talked about Odom, people thought about, you know, the Odom Day, the first Saturday in October, and you may have a fair come in once in a while. And but now, with the leadership, of course, you and the mayor and the city council, and then getting the gym from that old gym from Odom Elementary, and now it's the city of Odom's gym, and y'all have completely refurbished that gym. It just lots of events going on every single month there in the city of Odom.
Yeah, and they're going to continue that way. And like I said, tomorrow night we got the gospel sing, and in January we actually have 2 events. We have the wrestling coming back. That turned out as a big success last week. Everybody had a great time. Had a nice sized crowd. It was very
How did the wrestling go? Tell us about it.
It went really good. We had around 150 or so, which is really good for a independent circuit wrestling. And I tell you, it was a very professional organization. They put on a great show. The crowd was hot and was into it. And that's what makes the show, is the crowd. You know, if your crowd's dead, the wrestlers don't perform quite the way they up to par sometimes. But when the crowd's hot, they put on a great show, and the crowd was hot last Friday night or Saturday night, and it was a great show by everybody, and we all had a great time. And like I said, they're coming back in January, and the wrestling, matter of fact, the wrestling organizations, they said, hey, we want to start coming back regularly, so we're going to have them on the schedule pretty regular, having in Odom. The people that were there asked us to keep bringing them back. They enjoyed it, so that's what we're going to do. And like I said, we got January, we got 2 events. We got the wrestling on the 13th, and then on the 22nd we have and I don't have the name with them, but we have a circus coming. And that circus is going to be held there at the gym. It's just kind of an indoor type circus.
It's going to be an indoor circus,
yeah,
huh?
They have like dogs and just small animals, you know, and they put padding down, and they do a little bit of acrobats. Nothing like we have at the ball pit field, but it's a good little circus, and I think the people are going to enjoy it. And then in February, we plan to make up the Elvis concert that we had to cancel back in during the hurricane. So, and also during February, the homecoming committee has their father-daughter kind of Valentine's dance thing they're doing to help raise funds for the homecoming committee. So there's a lot of things, and one thing I try to do is bring something for everybody. I want, you know, just like tonight we got gospel. Or tomorrow night we got gospel sing. You know, I tell everybody we went from beating the crap out of each other last weekend to praying for each other this weekend.
Wrestling the gospel.
That's right. We went from one end to the other. So I try to bring something for everybody. In March, we have a rock concert coming with a band out of St. Mary's called Milltown Road Band. And the way we came upon them was me and Cheyenne. Cheyenne was actually there, and I didn't know it. And we had gone to see Charlie Daniels back here several weeks ago in Savannah, and the band that opened for him, me and Cheyenne started texting. We was like, look, we got to get them to Odom. So we've managed to get them to Odom. They're coming in March, and then April we got the circus again at the ballpark. So we're booked, I tell you, and that's what we love. You know, we want to bring events to our community, not just Odom, but to the community. We want something to always have something always to do with your family.
Okay.
And all these events are family-oriented events.
You know, you really need to change your title, Brian, from Brian Mansfield, Recreation Director for Odom, to Brian Mansfield, Recreation Director and Activities Director for Odom.
I actually do have a new title.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is that new title, Brian?
Director of Recreation and Community Events. So,
okay, well, sort of like I said there.
Yeah. So,
And so the name of the group, the gospel group coming into the city of Odom tomorrow at the Odom City Gym, the name of the group is?
The Shepherds.
The Shepherds, which everyone knows. If you know Southern gospel music, you know the Shepherds.
That's right. That's right. And little do I know, one of my very good friends, I've known him for years, and I didn't know he was actually married to one of the daughters in the band. So that's kind of how I got in touch with them, got to connect with them, and I got talking to her mom, and they was able to work us into their tour. And I tell you, they stay busy. They're on the road just about every weekend of the year, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. And what time does the concert begin tomorrow night in Odom?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Doors open about probably around about 5:15, 5:30, somewhere around there. It's probably, most likely it'll be about 5:15.
Okay, 5:15 doors open, and the event will begin at 6.
And events at 6. Hannah Thornton will be opening, and then followed by the Shepherds. And it's gonna be a great night of worshiping and everybody, if you've never seen them before, come see them. If you love gospel music, this is the one you need to come to, because the Shepherds, when it comes to gospel music, they're one of the top bands in the nation.
Right. Do y'all have concessions inside the gym? I didn't know some gyms allow it and some don't.
Yes, we do. We do have, we just made our concession stand bigger. As you come in the door, it's our concession and ticket booth. And we have popcorn, we have drinks, we got Coke machine in there, we have Coke, water, all Coke products, candy for the kids, and last weekend we had pizza.
I mean candy just for the kids.
Well, I said
candy for us adults too now.
Well, last weekend we had, I think it said, what was it, low calorie or something like that, cotton candy is what it had.
Yeah, low calorie, high fiber. Yeah, low calorie, high fiber cotton candy. You're right. Mm-hmm.
There you go. But you know what? The kids like it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we do simple stuff. You know, we have candy bars and chips and popcorn and stuff, and eventually we're going to get another hot dog roller and things like that to put around there.
And it's really a community center now instead of a gym. You know, it was the Odom Elementary Gym for eons, but really it's the Odom Community Center now. I mean, no reason to call it a gym because it's not a gym, it's a community center really.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And and now it's available to rent. If anybody wants to rent it, get in touch with Odom City Hall at 586-2211. And they can set you up. We have tables and chairs in there, so you can have whatever you want to have in it. It's heated and cooled, so matter of fact, we've already got it rented for a couple things, for some recitals and different stuff, so get in touch with Odom City Hall if you'd like to rent it.
Okay. All right, Hannah Thornton and the Shepherds tomorrow night, beginning at 6 o'clock at the Odom Community Center, located on Church Street, right across from the old elementary school, now the new elementary school. They're in the city of Odom. A donation of $5 to be able to see all that great entertainment, and we encourage you to go to it. We've got a couple of texts here. What is the cost of renting the community center there in Odom? Do you know?
It kind of depends on how long you want to rent it for. I think over 3 hours, it's $300.
If it's over 3 hours, okay.
Yeah, and then if it's under 3 hours, it's $75, I believe. But if it's over 3 hours, just say you want to rent it for a recital, reception, or anything like that, it's $300. And
does that come with I know the rents that of course comes with the power and the heat, the air, and all that. What about cleanup and stuff like that?
Yeah, that they'll have to clean it up and everything afterwards. And what you do, they pay a deposit, and then once they clean it up and everything's done, then we'll give them their deposit back.
Right.
So,
but for complete details, just call the city of Odom and talk to them down there.
Yeah, they got a whole paper and everything they can give you with all the information and all, and that's what we got the gym for, not just for our events, but also for the community to rent, because that was a vision of mine and the mayor's and the city council, was to have it so people can rent it for banquets and weddings or whatever they want to rent it for. And like I said, we just got tables and chairs put in there, and we plan to get more. So by all means, call Odom City Hall, 586-2211, and the girls at City Hall be glad to help you out.
Okay, tomorrow night, City of Odom, be there. The Odom Community Center, the old gym there, as they'll be having Hannah Thornton starting at 6 with the Shepherds Southern Gospel Group right after that. It's going to be a great evening. We encourage you to go. And Brian, we welcome you on here at any time, okay?
Thank you, and I'll be seeing y'all back again in January.
All right. Take care and have a great Thanksgiving. All right, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. The time now is 8:24. We'll finish up with the world-famous Butch and Bob show in just a minute. Stay tuned.
Where can you go to see the wonder upon the face of a child? Adults, reminded of hope and God's love for the world. The Living Nativity, presented by Omaha Baptist Church, Thursday and Friday, November 30 and December the 1st, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., across from the Dairy Queen in Jessup. The Living Nativity takes you back in time to Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, the Savior of the world. When you come, you will discover Roman guards on horseback, women, men, and children working in the marketplace, townspeople coming to pay their taxes, animals for children to pet, and most important, Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus lying in a manger. This event is for the whole family to enjoy. So come to the Living Nativity Thursday and Friday, November 30th and December 1st, 6:30 to 8:30, across from the Dairy Queen in Jessup, Georgia.
Well, good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO, FM, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And the time now is 8:25 on this Football Friday. And Bob, Sweet 16 action. It's going to be fun tonight at JC Stadium.
It should be a packed house. Again, tickets available today. Sheffield's up to 1. Also at the school between 11 and 1. So if you want to buy an advance ticket, avoid the crowd going into the gate. You can do that today. But, again, all tickets $10 set by the Georgia High School Association. So haven't hosted this second round in quite some time here in Wayne County. It's been a while.
Been a while.
The year we went to the game up in Griffin, Georgia, we had to go on the road for that second round game. So it's the first time I can remember in a long time. The second round action is right here at JC Stadium. So looking forward to it. Should be fun. Big test. Jones County, good football team. So looking forward to it.
And both teams without their starting quarterback.
Yep. Both teams without their starting quarterback. Both teams with a backup quarterback tonight. So, you know.
At least our backup quarterback is, this will be his third or fourth game starting or something like that?
It'll be his,
third, I think.
He pretty much played the entire game last week. You know, Garrett went out second, so this will probably be his fourth.
And I know he played 2 during regular season. Right. And so it's just not like he's just, coming off the bench without game experience. At least he's had, I know of 3 basically full game experience to be prepared for tonight's playoff game. And I see you got your Pittsburgh Steelers cap on tonight. Or this morning, not tonight, but this morning, you've got to be very, very proud of your steel curtain last night.
They finally looked like the steel curtain. They finally played good football. Ben threw 4 touchdowns. Antonio Brown had 3. Plus, they helped the Jaguars. Jaguars now in first place. So.
All right, go Jags.
Double whammy. So
what do the Jags do this weekend?
They play at Cleveland, the winless Cleveland Browns. So if they win that game, they'll have a 1-game lead in the division. Again, they're talking playoffs in Jacksonville.
I know they are.
So right now they're the 3 seed. So if playoffs begin today, they'd be hosting a playoff game in Jacksonville, which would be fun. So looking forward to that. They've done that a long time.
Okay.
But the Jaguars play at 1 at Cleveland, and the Falcons are on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Monday night. Thinking of what? Seattle?
Seattle.
Big Monday night game for the Falcons. And Georgia Southern, as you mentioned, plays this weekend tomorrow at home there at Paulson Stadium, taking on South Alabama. Kickoff is at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage here on 105.5 FM will begin at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Georgia Southern Eagles taking on South Alabama there in Statesboro. And I ran into Captain Luther Hires this morning at Hurricanes, and we got him scheduled to come up on the world-famous Butch and Bob show on Monday. He sent that press release to us about the accidents and driving safe, and how speeding on the report talks about how speeding really helps. Well, it not helps, but it causes more accidents, causes more deaths. And of course, next week being Thanksgiving, a lot of folks are going to be on the road. So Captain Luther Hires will be in Monday to re-emphasize what the police will be doing here in the state of Georgia and giving you tips on being safe for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Want to give one final plug to this Sunday night's event at Calvary against the traditional community worship Thanksgiving service, 6 o'clock at Calvary Baptist Church. Everyone's invited. Again, if you want to be in the choir, be there at 4 o'clock. Bruce Harris is looking for anybody that wants to be in the choir. Again, it's a great event, great way to kick off the holiday season, but the 19th annual community worship service this Sunday, 6 o'clock at Calvary Baptist Church. So guest speakers will be Bishop Kendall Shaw and Reverend Dale Bainge. So come on out Sunday night, 6 o'clock at Calvary. They're located at 415 East Cherry Street here in Jessup. But haven't been to one of those. I strongly suggest just attend. It's a great event.
It's a great event. Somebody wants to know if the Wayne County playoff tickets will be available at the gate tonight.
Yeah, of course they're at the gate, right? But yeah, I'm just saying if you want to get one early and avoid the crowd, get into the gate. You can pick it up at Sheffield or pick it up at school between 11 and 1.
All right, Bob, somebody wants us to play the Wayne County High School fight song. I'll do that as the last thing for the world-famous Butch and Bob show. Good luck with the broadcast tonight, Bob. You're listening to your voice of the Wayne County Yellow Jackets, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. World-famous Butch and Bob show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup, by Republic Services, Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Mike Bridgeford in Blackshear. Let's check in with the latest news from Fox News Radio. Remember, coming up between 8:45 and 8:50, you're going to have a chance to call in to have a chance to win a turkey,